there was a young boy whose name was Krishna Chaitanya. He, at the age of 17, was in London. 17. And at the age of 17, his salary in London was £7,500. In today's approximately 7.5 lakh rupiah mahine ka salary at 17, while he was still pursuing his education there. And when he was 21, 22, he quit his job and decided to come to Mumbai and join our ashram as a monk. He came, his guru gave him the name Gaur Krishna Das. Amazing guy. But he was extremely pampered by his mom, who left this world when he was very young. So obviously the dad pampered him even more to compensate the absence of the mother. Extremely pampered, extremely talented, extremely dynamic, extremely spiritual, and came to the ashram. But at the same time, extremely aggressive. मतलब कोई भी कुछ करेगा तो टांग अड़ाना ही है उसमें, जानबूझ के नहीं. उनको मालूम भी नहीं होता वो टांग अड़ा रहा है. Mr. Prem Kishore Das, he was in charge of the deities in the temple. Worship, he still is. And this Gaur Krishna Das used to love serving the deities. But वो तो aggressive, टांग अड़ाओ, ये authority. इनको कभी कुछ पूछता नहीं. And there you need permissions to do things. He would break all protocols and get things done. And I was his boss. So he would come crying to me. ऐसा हो रहा है, वो ऐसा कर रहा है, प्रभु जी ऐसा कैसा चलता है. मैं इधर हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट है, वो टेल ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट है. वो टेल आके हेड के सामने कैसा इधर दूं मिला रहा है वो. करेक्ट? Am I right? And this guy would question me. Why don't you tell him something? And somehow he had great affection for me. Recently he sent me a picture of his phone diary in which there are 3 names, me and 2 other monks. हमारा phone number. I cried. तीनों का ही नाम था हमारा. 3 names, right? And guess what? 22-year-old monk. Aggressive. Tangadau. And one day, I didn't include him in a meeting because he was not needed. He got so annoyed. Came and told me off on my face. I'm like 20 years older to him. Like, bloody hell, what the hell you think you are? Da, 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 da. मैं बोला यही प्यार है. क्या यही प्यार है? Is this love? Next day, that all night he couldn't sleep because he spoke like this to me. प्यार होता है ना, कभी कभी गुस्से में बोल देता है. गुस्से में बोलने से इंसान बुरा नहीं होता है दोस्तों. गुस्सा बोल रहा है वो नहीं. The situation is speaking, not the person. If the situation settles, the person wouldn't say that. That guy, next day, I was like, he cornered me in the, we have a little bit area where there's like a small lane. He cornered me there where I couldn't run anywhere. He came there, he fell on my feet, put his head on my feet and started crying, Prabhuji, please forgive me, Prabhuji. मैं बोला ये रो रहा है? ये? How can this guy cry? For me, he's like that type, like, मार डालेगा, काट डालेगा, मेरे को जो चाहिए वही चाहिए. Oh God, that man, trust me, he used to be a pain in your neck. Intention always to serve, but the way to do it, terrible. How many of you come across people whose intentions are not bad, but the way they talk and the way they're doing is like terrible? बोला तू निकाल यार इधर से, बस हो गया, मेरा सर खा रहा है तू. Oh my gosh. Every single time I calm down. बोला यार 17 साल का बच्चा था, 7.5 लाख रुपया महीने का कमाने वाला इंसान छोड़ के अपने साथ रहने आया है. उसकी माँ नहीं है, पिताजी ने बड़ा किया उसको. और उसका जो राधा गोपीनाथ के जो मूर्तियां हैं, डेटीज हैं, उनके प्रति इतना प्रेम है. वो आपको बाहर निकालने के लिए टांग नहीं अड़ाता है. वो उनके सेवा में इतना पागल है कि वो करते करते टांग अड़ जाती है. It wasn't that he was against them. It was just his passion to serve them would sometimes be very abrasive to the others around. वो जेट जाता है ना, एक हाई फ्लाइंग जेट का टर्बो जेट जब जाता है ना, वो टर्बो जेट में छोटे छोटे पंछी ऐसे मर जाते हैं उसके वो प्रोपेलर में. That's what was happening. And then I was watching a news channel one day. The day was the 14th of May 2012. 14th of May 2012. On the 14th of May 2012, I was watching this news channel, the first one to come to know. Nobody else knew in our ashram till then. Gaur Krishna Das had taken 7 others with him for a trip to Muktinath in Nepal. It was him, who was a monk like us. Then there was 2 boys, Gagan and Murli Mohan, who were the 2 sons, only 2 sons of a family. Then there was a family whose name was Kamal Arora. His wife was what? Madhu Arora. Madhu Arora and their son Shivam. They had 2 daughters who were 11. 3 of them went. And then there was a lady called Gokul Rani Devi and her 14-year-old daughter, who was the cousin of Sham, who is filming here. Sorry. 14 साल की बच्ची थी वो, you know, 14 years old. ये लोग सब गए नेपाल ट्रिप के लिए, मुक्तिनाथ जाने के लिए. And there was this tiny, I had been there. I know what those kind of planes are. I've taken chartered flights which are very small too. And I know how risky and terrible those little Dornier planes are. When I had come to know that this is going, I told him, don't go. But sometimes, you know how things are. They went. And there was an air crash. All 8 of them. I'm sorry. All 8 of them. I'm sorry. All 8 of them died in that air crash. If any of you have seen the movie Pa, the little girl in the movie Pa was that girl Taruni who acted with Amitabh Bachchan. She was a child actress. She wrote a message to all her friends that I'm really sorry for anything that I may have done. What if I don't come back? I don't know how she got that premonition. And the plane went and hit her. All 8 of them died. I had to rush to Kathmandu along with the families to identify the bodies. His uncle, Taruni's father, because mother and daughter gone. The 2 boys, Akash, Gagan and Murli Mohan, both dead. Their father, Krishna Chaitanya Gaur Krishna Prabhu's father, a monk's father. Madhu Arora, Kamal Arora and Shivam's daughters, the brother. And I went into the morgue. Trying to identify those bodies. Trust me, I will never be able to wipe these off my memories of my mind. Spirituality is not about taking those memories off. Just because these memories come and I have tears in my eyes doesn't make me any less spiritual than anybody else. Spirituality is learning to live with the reality, go through that phase, go through pain if there need be. And guess what? One of the ladies, her face was gone from lips above, the whole thing. Her body was only until this. I've seen her all my life. The kind of stuff I saw there was like painful. When this Madhu Arora's, Madhupriya Devi, her brother went in to identify the bodies, her sister's body. He came out, and the first thing he did was started shouting abuses at me. I didn't create the crash. I didn't do anything. He started shouting abuses at me, yelling at me, shouting at me that, what does your Krishna do? What does your God do? Here's my sister, here's my family. They gave their life to serve God. They gave their life to serve your Krishna. Is this the way your Krishna treats a 14-year-old girl? Dies in an air crash terribly? Oh man, when somebody comes and says that to you at such a moment, what do you say? I know one thing. Sometimes silence is more powerful than a million words. No philosophy, no reasoning, no Gita shlokas, no saying the soul is eternal works when you lose somebody. So dear, I knew it was not time to reason, it was time to support. I said this. The man said, no, I want an answer. You get it, sir? What do I say? At such times, all you could do is turn to your object of worship and offer a prayer. I offered a prayer to my object of worship, Krishna, and my Guru Radhanath Swami in my heart, and remembered a verse: Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. By the grace of God and Guru, even a person who can't speak will start speaking eloquently, and a person who cannot cross a mountain and is physically challenged will be able to cross big mountain ranges. All I needed at such a time was grace, because no logic, no knowledge, no turning the lights on of wisdom would do anything to anybody at that time. I have no idea what I said, because when grace speaks through you, you don't know what you said. I spoke for about 15-20 whatever minutes. They had questions, whatever. I just kept saying whatever came. They were pacified. I don't know how. They felt a little better. We got back, and I had to take the body to Hyderabad, Gaur Krishna Pru's body. Nothing had sunk into me yet, because I was just handling all the nitty-gritties of how to get the body and all of that stuff. For the first time, when I sat near the coffin in the ambulance on its way home, as I touched that coffin, it sunk in that a person who loves me more than the world is gone. Is gone. And no matter what I do, I cannot bring that person back. A little aggression here and there, a little conflict here and there, a mistake made in a relationship here and there doesn't do away with the connection we have with people. मैंने इनको बहुत बार समझाया था ये बात, चलेगा यार, छोड़ देते हैं. इसलिए मैं कई बार कहता हूं, कुछ कह गए, कुछ सह गए, कुछ कह गए, कुछ सह गए, कुछ कहते कहते रह गए. मैं सही और तुम गलत के चक्कर में न जाने कितने रिश्ते बह गए. We don't know how many relationships are washed off in this time. Me and Prem Kishore and Radhika Vallabh Prabhu have no regrets. Because जितना कहना था उतना ही कहा, जितना सहना था सहा, और जो कहने से रहना था वो रह गए. सही गलत के चक्कर में हम पड़े नहीं. Today, we can live a life of no regrets. That day when we brought his body home, his father said, "Can you bathe and dress him?" I had never touched a dead body in my life. The closest I had come to dead body was my father's, and probably one of my other friends, and that too from a distance till cremation. I hadn't done anything. Others had done it all. And suddenly this thing comes on me, can you bathe him and dress him up? And he said, I want him to be dressed up in this cloth of saffron because that's what his desire was, to die as a monk. I had never done it. I had no idea how I was going to do it. All I knew was I lost someone whom I dearly loved, and I lost someone who dearly loved me. At that time, another friend came and he said, I can dress. And for the very first time, as the coffin opened, I held his body like this in my hands. Cold body, bloody at places because of the accident, scissored at different places. Holding this cold, frigid body in my arms. And this other person was dressing. Many times I saw him dress himself in front of my own eyes because he loved serving the duty. He would have this chadar all the time over him and to hold him like that. Oh man, that was something. Under all aggression, under all misunderstandings, under all idiosyncrasies, under all what is said and what is done and what is kept and what is held, is a person. Is a person whom you deeply connect to. Remember, it's not what we have, it's who we have that makes the experience of life beautiful. I will never forget Gaur Krishna Prabhu in my life.